Hi friends. Listen, we all love creative, fun, exciting new fashion inspo. But sometimes what we really want and really need isn't groundbreaking new looks for the season using totally unique, gorgeous new pieces that are so fun and exciting and also nothing like what we actually have in our closets. Often what we really want is just small, easy, straightforward ways that we can make our everyday outfits look better. And as someone who dedicates, frankly, way too much time to picking out my outfits every day, when I feel like an outfit isn't quite working or isn't quite enough, there are certain changes I notice myself making over and over again that make me happier with my outfits. So today, I want to share them all with you. Small ways you can make your outfits look better. Let's get into it. We are going to start with what I actually think is one of the subtler factors that can make an outfit feel off: texture. Specifically, not enough textural variation. When everything in an outfit is the same texture, whether it's like leather or knit, or just plain cotton poplin or shiny polyester, I think it can end up looking a little flat, a little one note, almost like it's a flat drawing or even a costume or something. It just doesn't feel as real. I just think like everything isn't flatly uniform in our experience of life and the earth and being human. So avoiding that flat uniformity in an outfit just feels richer and more dynamic to me. Maybe that was a little too philosophical. I don't know if it's really that deep. But the point is, textual variation in an outfit can really just bring it to life. It adds more depth, more interest. It literally makes it more dimensional. And I think a lot of us have an intuitive sense of this when we're getting dressed. You may not be thinking about it consciously, but you may notice that your outfit like feels off. And that might be because it's too much of the same texture. So next time your outfit feels off, maybe check in on the textures. Ask yourself if there is too much of the same texture going on. And if it is, there are two easy ways to adjust that. One, you can of course try swapping out one of the pieces for something else with more textural variation. Or two, you can try just adding new textures on top of the outfit you already have with accessories. If my outfit is all flowy cotton fabrics, a leather bag and shoes can often do a lot for me to add more textural variation and depth. Even adding metal through small details like jewelry or a belt can be a great, small, easy way to add more textural variation. There are super involved, layered, dramatic ways to do this, and also very simple, subtle ones. So once you're tuned into this element of your outfit, I think it can be pretty easy to adjust, and it might be more impactful than you expect. The next thing I find is sometimes making my outfit look off is my hair. Specifically, when it's not really styled in a way that I like. Did you guys notice that I fixed my hair since the first tip? Because I don't know, I didn't like it enough, I had to redo it. Just sneaking in an on-theme wardrobe fix. This can happen whether I try to style and it's just not me, or I didn't try and it's not styled at all, or it's not styled well enough, and that's throwing off the outfit. I know some people have like a whole system of which hairstyles work with different necklines of tops or different types of outfits. But for me, it's usually just a question of whether I think my hair looks good or not. Because if I think my hair looks bad, I'm probably gonna think my whole outfit looks bad because the hair is part of the outfit. So I am not too particular about which hairstyles go with which outfits, but I do generally try to style my hair in a way that I think looks good to me, that I like with my face shape or whatever, and that feels like me and my style. I do sometimes style my hair in slightly different ways for different outfits. I've realized generally when I want my hair to add more of like a soft, flowy, feminine, undone feel to an outfit, I leave it down. And when I want to add something more sharp and angular, I wear it up, specifically with a claw clip. And half up, half down like this is for when I want it to be in between those two. Oh, and when I want to add a little extra whimsy, I do braids. The hair up or half up or in braids might also be seen when I'm just like having a bad hair day and can't make my hair work leaving it down. These are kind of just the four main ways I wear my hair, so I thought I'd explain how I use them. Sometimes it's really not that deep, it's just like arbitrarily what I feel like doing that day, but they do sometimes have different effects, and maybe you'll notice that certain styles work well to add a certain effect to different outfits in your wardrobe, in your styling. But overall, this is really just a suggestion to consider your hair when considering your outfit and see if maybe giving it a little attention can make you like the whole outfit more. I just think being happy with your hair helps you be happy with your outfit. Also, if you notice you feel like your hair is ruining your outfit consistently, you're repeatedly, regularly displeased with how your hair looks, maybe try getting a new haircut or hair color altogether. You might be amazed at how that change to like your base physical form can also really make you like every outfit more. My third tip, appropriately, is to add a third piece to your outfit. The difference between a top and a bottom and an outfit is often that third piece. Not always, but I think it's much harder for an outfit to look styled and complete with two pieces versus three. Throwing on a jacket, a cardigan, a vest, or a button-up can be a super easy way to elevate an outfit and just pull it all together. I also think there's something about groups of three that is just more like a collection versus two, which just kind of reads as like two separate items. Like once it's three, they all feel more connected to me. They're all interacting in like multiple dynamic ways. While with two things, your mind just kind kind of like separates them, which is then less visually engaging. Does this make sense? I got this from somewhere. I think there's some sort of like research or article out there. I'll link one in the description if I can find it. Anyway, this is all to say I find 3 pieces together more visually compelling than 2. So adding a 3rd piece makes the outfit more visually compelling. Now, some of you may be saying, sure, Liz, layering 3 things together is great when it's cooler out, but summer's coming up. What are we supposed to do then? It's too hot to layer. I will say, I think vests and short sleeve button downs can still work quite well as a 3rd piece in the summer. But when even that's too much, certain accessories, I think, can also serve as the 3rd piece if they're eye-catching enough. For example, I think we usually don't count shoes as a 3rd piece in an outfit because they're always there and they often just sort of blend in, they're neutral. But if there's, say, a fun color or pattern or texture, or they contrast significantly with the bottom or the rest of the outfit, or they really have any trait that draws the eye towards them in the outfit, then they can act as that 3rd piece. Similarly, I think other accessories can also act as that 3rd piece if they stand out or draw the eye, if they have enough visual interest. A bag, a hair scarf, even a belt, if it's statement making enough. Basically, you can add any 3rd clothing item or a statement 3rd accessory. And any of those, I think, can work as a 3rd piece. My personal favorite way to do this is to have 3 pieces in an outfit, usually in 3 different tones or colors, and make sure one of the pieces has a pattern or graphic motif of some sort. I think that's more a matter of my personal taste, so that's not exactly a tip. Like if you have a minimalist style, that is not probably going to work for you to improve your outfits, but it does work great for me and my style, so feel free to give it a try. Next up, we have the tip that I actually probably use the most often when assessing my outfits and whether they're working. I check the proportions and silhouette of my outfit. Basically, I'm asking myself, what shapes are these clothing pieces making in relation to each other and my body? And is that the shape I want in my outfit? This really isn't about having the right shapes or proportions or silhouette or the right clothes for my body. I don't think there is a right or wrong way to use shape and proportion in fashion, or that there are right or wrong clothes for anyone's body, because it's all totally subjective. And I reject the idea that we all should be aiming for a certain look or certain proportions. But for me, it's just about achieving shapes, proportions, and silhouettes that I like. One of my favorite shapes to create in an outfit is a silhouette that has more volume on the bottom than the top. But for you, it might be more volume on the top than the bottom, or an even balanced volume on both halves. I also often like a higher waistline. I like the bottom sort of segment of my outfit to be longer, take up more space than the top segment of my outfit. But again, for you, it might be the opposite. I also prefer my outfits to usually have a combination of angular shapes and softer ones. You might prefer one or the other more. It's all about the shapes and proportions you like and feel good in. And none of this has to be hard rules for yourself either. Like, I tend to prefer outfits with more volume on the bottom half, but I also love puffy sleeves. I have a very subtle puffy sleeve going on right now. So sometimes that ends up creating more volume on the top half. And if I'm liking that in that context of that outfit, I'm not going to then like change my whole outfit because it doesn't align with this previous outfit silhouette standard that I've created for myself in the past. It can really be a matter of what is appealing to you on a day-to-day basis. I also look at how the clothing lays in relation to each other. So like if I'm trying to layer 2 pieces, but their lengths feel too different, or the shapes of the 2 pieces feel like they're fighting each other, I tend to avoid that. Sometimes the way different pieces interact can be distracting. Like if I wear short boots and then a midi skirt, and there's like a few inches of my pale leg sticking out in the middle, it might immediately draw the eye to my calves. And it's not that there's anything wrong with my calves, but I kind of more want a cohesive outfit that will be taken in by the eye altogether as one smooth, cohesive look. So I might avoid that combination for that reason. Speaking of ankle height boots, shoes are definitely another shape that contributes to the overall like proportions and shape and silhouette of your outfits. So that's another factor worth considering. And sometimes it's really hard to explain what the issue is with the way the clothes look together, but something about certain pieces together just looks awkward to you. It's hard to define what feels awkward in fashion. And I think a lot of it is sort of intuitive to us. It's like our preference for the golden ratio or whatever. But some of it can also reflect a generational divide, trends, our own body insecurities. A lot of it is made up by society. And I also think some of it is just innate personal preference or taste. Sometimes we might even choose something that looks awkward on purpose as an artistic choice. I think it's a lot like music, you know? Like the music we like is partly a shared human understanding of what sounds beautiful, partly a reflection of culture and values in a certain time and place, and partly just your own individual taste. Some things just speak to you artistically. It's the same with fashion, really all aspects of fashion, but it feels especially relevant to me to the nuances and sort of mysterious things that play into shape and proportion and what we like and dislike about it that can be hard to explain. Ultimately, I guess this is all just a long-winded way of saying I don't want to tell you what the right or wrong way to use shape, proportion, or silhouette in your outfit is, but if you're trying to make your outfits better, I would encourage you to notice the way your clothes look in proportion to each other and see what you like. And if you are trying to improve a specific outfit, you've put it on and now it feels off to you, maybe tune in on those shapes and proportions and see if that might be a factor at play. And then try swapping out a piece for one with a different shape or different proportions and see how that changes things. My final tip is a great way to feel more comfortable or more yourself in an outfit. It is add a go-to favorite piece or favorite accessory to your outfit. Just add one of your favorite accent items that you always reach for. I think this is perfect for an outfit you like. You think it's a good outfit. There's nothing you can find that's like wrong with it, but it just doesn't quite feel like you. Instead of changing out of that outfit and just putting on your same comfort outfit that you already wear all the time, try just adding a comfort item, a favorite item to that new outfit. Maybe the outfit is feeling a little experimental or different for you, but you may be surprised how much that comfort item can do to make you feel much more at home in a look. This can work well with super subtle, simple comfort items and more bold statement-making ones. I do this all the time with just like my go-to everyday earrings. These are some of them. And it's less that they impact the outfit dramatically and more just that they're a little detail that makes me feel super at home in an outfit. But then I also do it with more eye-catching favorites like my horse tote bag, for example. This definitely does have a little more impact on an outfit. And for me, this is the perfect piece to add to more like simple, subdued outfits that like I like, but they're just missing a little something, to inject a little more of my personality into it, add a little color and pattern, and just add that sense of me to the look. Whether the favorite piece is a fun statement pop or a super simple detail, both things can make an outfit feel more you and make you feel more at home and like yourself in an outfit. This is an especially great trick to use when you're trying to branch out or experiment with something new. Combining the experimentation with something in your comfort zone can be a great way to explore in a way that still like resonates with what you've already established as your style, I think. All right, y'all, those are all the main things that I do when my outfits feel off that generally make me like them better. And hopefully they can help you like your outfits better too. I'd love to hear if you all have any small ways that you improved your outfits that you'd like to share in the comments. Please do feel free. And if you do leave a comment, watch another video and subscribe. I heard you'll actually never feel the need to improve one of your outfits ever again because you'll get it perfect on the first try every time from now on.